Welcome back to Head Ass Garage. In today's video, we're giving you guys some updates on what's going on with both of our cars and the reasons why we haven't been putting out content. To start off, the Buick. So initially, I had a problem. The points were bad. I mean, I've had them on the car for like 2 years. It was time to change them anyway. Car ran fine for about a week. And then I started having another issue where anytime I rev the motor above 2,000 RPM, it's misfiring. Josh and I checked the timing, and it was at like 20 something degrees initial advance, which is way too far out. So we turned that back down. I drove the car to one car meet, and then I noticed everything after 2,000 RPM again. It was
misfiring. We cruised it to the car meet fine. It had no problems. It was once you revved it that first time at the car meet that I was like, something's not right.
Yeah, we've done a ton of diagnosis, and I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea what's wrong with it as of right now. I'm thinking I might take it to a shop and have them diagnose it. I think it could need a new distributor, which isn't a big deal. That's like, what, 3-4 hours worth of work maybe?
Yeah, if that.
But as of right now, the Buick runs.
Just not well.
Just not well. So I'm just going to let it sit. I don't want to hurt the motor. I've been contemplating selling it. I don't know if I'm going to go through with that yet. It's kind of like a forethought in the back of my brain.
But leave some comments below on what you guys think, because the way that we're seeing it right now is that the Buick just doesn't hold a ton of potential for content. It's just kind of one of those cars that you can't push beyond cruising too much without having problems. Leave some comments, tell us what you think, if we should keep it or if we should sell it and move on to another car that we can use more and get more content out with.
If we can fix it and it needs a new distributor, that's fine. If there's something detrimentally wrong with the motor, it's going to be a paperweight for the next half a year.
On to the S2000. So the last video that we have with the S2000 was the video updating you guys on the fact that the trans was blown. And that was filmed just after the clutch video with Emma. Not sure if there's correlation there. But either way, the trans was not a healthy trans before we filmed that video. So where we're at right now. I dropped the car off, I believe, on December 7th, 2021. It's still at the shop. Basically, all that they've done is pull out the transmission and then sent it out to be rebuilt, which I had no problem with. A lot of the times shops have to outsource rebuild. It has been pretty irritating because the whole reason that I dropped the car off there was so that it would get done quickly and we could have the car back as soon as possible. Here we are almost 3.5 months later, and the car is still in the same spot. Yeah, today is March 16th. I found a transmission, a rebuilt AP2 transmission, and have it shipped out here so that that shop can put it in. It is frustrating because I dropped off the car there with the expectation that everything would be covered on their end basically, and now I'm having to source the transmission after months of waiting for it to get done with no progress. It's probably going to be a while for them to not only rebuild the transmission but also get it sent out. So we could be waiting for another month and a half before we even get the transmission out here, let alone put back in the car.
Obviously there's JDM shops, there's American shops. The shop that we took the S2K to is predominantly LS swaps and classic vehicles. It would be the place I would take the Buick to.
Yeah.
We found another shop that would be better off if we have another major issue with the S2000.
Yeah, it was very frustrating because after I had dropped the car off at the shop that it's at now, of course, then I met these people that are super accustomed to the S2000 as a platform, and it's just very frustrating because I was like, wow, this would be a great conversation to be having a month ago, because we have so much content with that car lined up. I mean, back in the cat video where we replaced the stock cat with the Buick high flow cat, we mentioned this new part that was on its way and should be delivered anytime, and 6 months went by and I didn't get this part. And of course, as soon as I get the part after waiting 6 months, the car is in the shop. We have tons of content lined up for that car, and we're just kind of stalled at the moment. I miss my car a lot. Not the most exciting update. We're basically just letting you know that both of the cars are down, and at least the S2000, which has been quite a good content pig, that's down for, I would say, a month to 3 months at this point, which it hurts to even say out loud.
You guys remember the Miata, right? We took it to a shop in Lancaster. They've been working on it, And soon-ish, I'm gonna be flying out to California, picking up the Miata and driving it back out here with Max.
That'll be a cool video because one thing that I can promise is that the car won't make it here on the first go. I can guarantee it, which is why he's going and my ass is staying here.
I'm gonna make sure I have tools for that adventure.
You might want to bring a spare motor.
Oh,
Foolish
God.
in my opinion, but hey, foolishness makes for great content.
It doesn't have carpet. It gets very hot in there. The AC doesn't work.
You're just realizing how unwise this is as you're going on, aren't you?
Oh, I'm gonna do it anyway. Driving back to Texas in a Miata with broken top, no AC, and no carpet or sound deadening.
And it's also a 1/4 inch off the ground. You're just gonna hit a good bump and see the trans dip out behind you.
Hopefully new cars, new content coming. Sorry we haven't been able to put out some good stuff for you guys recently. Hopefully your cars are running better than ours are. And on that note, have a great night. We'll see you in the next one.